In the heart of a vast and ancient forest, where sunlight filtered through the canopy in dappled patterns, and the air was alive with the chorus of birdsong, stood the towering oak tree that was Olivia's home. High above the forest floor, nestled among the sturdy branches and surrounded by fluttering leaves, Olivia the owl sat in her customary perch, her large, amber eyes scanning the surroundings with a keen and knowing gaze. Olivia was not just any owl. She was known far and wide as a sage of the woods, a repository of knowledge and wisdom that spanned generations. From the smallest chipmunk to the mightiest stag, all creatures held Olivia in reverence for her insight and guidance. Her reputation as a wise counselor and a steady presence in the forest was built upon years of learning from her elders and observing the rhythms of nature. From a young age, Olivia had been taught by her parents the importance of being a good role model. They would often recount tales of ancient wisdom, passed down through generations of owls, emphasizing the significance of using knowledge not just for personal gain, but for the betterment of the entire community. These lessons were etched into Olivia's heart, shaping her into the respected figure she had become. Each evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the sky in hues of orange and purple, Olivia would emerge from her roost. Creatures of the forest would gather around her oak tree, drawn by the promise of her stories and the warmth of her wisdom. Under the gentle light of the moon, Olivia would impart lessons about survival, harmony, and the interconnectedness of all living things. The animals listened with rapt attention as Olivia spoke, her voice a soothing melody that echoed through the forest clearing. She shared tales of ancient forests and forgotten legends, weaving together threads of history and lore to impart timeless lessons. Her stories were not just entertainment. They were a testament to the importance of learning from the past and applying that knowledge to shape a better future. As the night deepened and the stars sparkled overhead, Olivia would often pause to gaze out over her audience of wide-eyed listeners. She saw in them the potential for greatness, the capacity to embody the virtues she held dear: wisdom, compassion, and respect for the natural world. And so, with each tale she told and each piece of advice she offered, Olivia endeavored to instill in them the values that had guided her own life. Under her mentorship, young owls like Luna learned to navigate the complexities of the forest with grace and wisdom. They looked up to Olivia, not just as a teacher, but as a role model, striving to emulate her example of leadership and stewardship. Through her teachings, Olivia hoped to leave a legacy of understanding and harmony among the creatures of the woods, a legacy that would endure long after she had taken her final flight among the stars. One crisp autumn evening, as the forest rustled with the whispers of falling leaves, a young fox named Felix found himself lost deep within the woods. Fear gripped his heart as shadows lengthened and unfamiliar sounds echoed through the trees. Desperate and uncertain, Felix recalled tales of Olivia's wisdom and sought her out as a last beacon of hope. Olivia, perched serenely on her oak tree, heard the rustling of leaves and sensed a troubled presence below. With a gentle hoot, she invited Felix to approach. The young fox, trembling with relief, recounted his plight to Olivia, his eyes wide with fear and uncertainty. With patience and empathy, Olivia listened intently to Felix's tale. She reassured him with tales of her own experiences navigating the forest and offered practical advice on finding his way home safely. More importantly, she spoke to him about the importance of staying calm in times of adversity and trusting in his instincts. As days turned into weeks, Olivia continued to impart her wisdom to the inhabitants of the forest. She held nightly gatherings where animals of all kinds would gather around her oak tree, eager to hear her stories and seek her counsel. From the mischievous squirrels to the diligent rabbits, each creature found inspiration and guidance in Olivia's words. Among her regular visitors was Luna, a young owl eager to learn from Olivia's vast knowledge. Olivia took Luna under her wing, teaching her not only about the ways of the forest, but also about the importance of being a good role model. She showed Luna how to lead by example, demonstrating kindness, patience, and understanding in every interaction. Through Olivia's mentorship, Luna blossomed into a respected member of the forest community. She, too, began to hold gatherings under Olivia's oak tree, sharing the wisdom she had gained and inspiring younger creatures to follow in her footsteps. Despite the harmony Olivia fostered, challenges occasionally arose in the forest. A severe drought tested the resilience of the woodland creatures, pushing them to their limits as food and water became scarce. Tensions ran high, and fear threatened to disrupt the peace Olivia had worked so hard to maintain. During this trying time, Olivia's role as a good role model shone brighter than ever. She encouraged unity and cooperation among the animals, organizing efforts to share resources and support one another through the hardship. Her unwavering optimism and unwavering guidance kept spirits high and helped the forest community weather the storm together. Through Olivia's leadership, the animals learned valuable lessons about resilience, empathy, and the strength that comes from standing united in adversity. Her actions during the drought cemented her reputation as not only a wise owl, but also a compassionate leader and a true role model for all. As seasons passed and the forest flourished once more, Olivia felt a deep sense of fulfillment in her role. The creatures of the woods had grown and matured under her guidance, spreading her teachings far and wide. Young owls like Luna had become mentors themselves, passing down Olivia's wisdom to future generations. One evening, under the twinkling stars and the rustling leaves, Olivia sat atop her oak tree, reflecting on her journey. She knew that her time in the forest was nearing its end, but she took solace in knowing that she had fulfilled her duty as a good role model. The forest was now filled with creatures who valued knowledge, kindness, and unity, the principles she had lived her life by. As Olivia closed her eyes for the final time, surrounded by the gentle hoots and whispers of the forest, she knew that her legacy would endure in the hearts and minds of all who had been touched by her wisdom. And so, the tale of Olivia, the wise owl who had been a beacon of light and guidance in the forest, lived on as a testament to the power of being a good role model.